still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. This defense for the Vikings, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. The Bucs at 3 and 2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
180! Hey, alert, alert!
Now Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now, because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Let's go now. 32. Ready?
They run it again with Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Yellow, 43.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big game, run past you, and then uses his size.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Let's go. 45. White. Hut.
Now Rattler. And that will get the off target and incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
Throwing is Rattler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Here we go, set. Ready?
They'll go. Here's Rattler. This is intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That would give Irving running right. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Bucky Irving, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings, nothing. Chase McLaughlin.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Ready.
Rattler wants to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Set, ready, 52 blast. 43, ready.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Under a heavy rush and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
A loss of 5 yards. And it's 4th down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Ready. 53.
Here's Rattler. Completes this to Addison out left. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. Looking to put a drive together.
It's a turnover on down.
180. Stop.
Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Irving. And And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A run up the middle with Irvin. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Mayfield down. He'll try and do this himself. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
Gain of 16 yards. And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Irvin. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They work now on 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And bulldozing his way through. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to step, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. In motion goes McLeod.
Ready?
On play action, Rattler. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And got his man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And now an audible here into something else.
Red cycle.
To the air is Rattler. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
But they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Ready. Black 40. Hunt.
Throwing once more. Here's Rattler. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On fourth down, here's Rattler. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
180! Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's up?
Here's Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 54 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Good. Watch one.
On first and 10, here's Irving. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing, Mayfield. Man, and he hits him in stride. The offense on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Handoff running left, Irving. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. To throw, Mayfield. He'll try to do it himself. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready. Blue 32, ready.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod.
Faster, faster.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First down.
To the air once more is Rattler. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Okay, ready?
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
60 red. Set.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. A point after, good by Groupie. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 15. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Mayfield to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Run. 180! Watch.
Irving is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They'll run with Irving. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. 6. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for...
And he's got it. Climbing end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. That's down the field for Jefferson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready. Yellow. 20 keep smash. Red. Hut.
From the gun, here's Rattler. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Addison will go in motion left. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now Rattler. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
A gain of
partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he will have a Vikings first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Rattler. This one brought in by Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he's down inside the 15. It's a pickup of 6. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First down, Vikings.
Now back to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Vikings, 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
At the 35-yard line.
Once again, it's Irving. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 110 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 22.
Here's Rattler. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. A good pickup there at 22.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And trouble trying the middle here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9.
Yellow, 1, ready. Cut.
They go up the middle with Chubb. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. Red, 38. Field, black. Ready?
Rattler wants to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
Run.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Mayfield. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says that the slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
To about the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now a 2nd and 6.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! 180!
On the ground, it's Urban. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
180! What's that?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Bucs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Vikings 14.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. And they are in. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here's Groupie for the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Otten brings it in over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 68 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And this time they were ready for him as he'll stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
32-yard line.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Mayfield. He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Mayfield's going to take it on the sneak. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Mayfield keeps it himself. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for a touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Buccaneers are able to add on to that lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Arizona thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. To the air is Rattler. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set hut. Set hut.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bucs Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
This one taken in by Otten. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing, Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Point it right, point it right. What's that?
Back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Hurry!
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
What's that?
Mayfield on play action. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
180! Done!
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Trying to take this home, they'll run. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Such a long drive here, 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, they seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Well, the